Welcome back again, everyone. Today we're looking at finding the volume of cylinders. So the first thing we're going to do is review the formula for this, and the formula for finding a volume of a cylinder is that the volume is equal to the area of the base times the height. Now, with a cylinder, our base is the circular part at the top and bottom, or side, depending on how the cylinder is arranged. And that is the base of our cylinder. If we want to find the area of this base, then we're going to have to use the formula for finding the area of a circle. So let's do that as our first step. We're going to find the area of a circle, which is pi times radius squared. So that's the formula we're going to use first, and that's to help us find the area of the base. So if we were to substitute in the values that we would have, as our first step, pi, which we're going to use 3.14 to represent pi, and we're going to multiply that by our radius, which is 3 centimeters, so we're going to multiply by 3 squared. Our next step would be to use order of operations and take care of our exponents. So 3 squared becomes 9, so I now have area equals 3.14 times 9. The final step, of course, would be to multiply these together, so let's go ahead and do that. I have 3.14 times 9, and 9 times 4 is 36, 9 times 1 is 9, plus the 3 is 12, and 9 times 3 is 27, 27 plus 1 is 28, and I have 2 decimal places in my original number, which means I'm going to have 2 decimal places in my answer. So the area of the base is going to be 28.26 centimeters squared. Now we're going to use that information and we're going to apply that to the volume of the cylinder. So we're going to use volume equals, and the area of our base, which we just found, was 28.26. So we have 28.26, and we're going to multiply that by the height, which in this case is 12 centimeters. So we need to multiply this together, and that should give us our answer. So let's go ahead and put 28.26. We're going to multiply that by 12. 6 times 2 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 again is 5. And then we move on, we keep our place value holder, and we have 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 8, and again 1 times 2. Final step for this part is to add these together, so we're going to have 2, we have 11, and then we have a 9, 5 and 8 is 13, and our final 3. Now if we look at our original problem, our original multiplication, we had 2 decimal places in the 28.26, which means I need 2 decimal places in my final answer. So my final answer for this problem is going to be volume is equal to 339.12 centimeters cubed. And there we have it. This is finding volume of a cylinder. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to give you a problem for you to solve, and then when you're finished we can check your work and see how you did. So as you can see, we have here a new cylinder with a new radius and height. So go ahead and pause the video, work this one out, and when you're ready, start watching and see if you got the answer right. So for this particular problem, we're going to use the exact same steps we did last time. Area of the base, we need to use pi times radius squared. So we have that here. The radius is 2 centimeters, so we're going to have 2 squared. Pi is 3.14, just like always. 2 squared is 4, so I'm going to have area equals 3.14 times 4. And 3.14 times 4, let's go ahead and work that out quickly. 3.14 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 times 5 is, or 3 is 12. 2 decimal places, so the area of the base is 12.56 centimeters cubed, or squared rather. Now I'm going to use that information to find the volume. So once again, volume in this case is the area of the base times the height, and for our problem that we're working on, that means the volume is 12.56 times 20 as the height of our cylinder. So our final step for this problem then would be multiplication. We're going to take 12.56 and we're going to multiply that by 20. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to have 0 times 6, which of course is 0, and 0 times anything is 0, so we're just going to leave that there. We have 2 times 6, which is 12. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 2 and 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And then 2 times 1 is 2. 2 decimal places, so our total volume is going to be 251.2 centimeters cubed. So there we have it. That is how to find the volume of a cylinder.